What's up? This is HDNEWS TECH here. This is what I'll probably be switching once this computer is no more supported by Windows. So, I know about the this OS is basically, it's Linux, so it's one of the ones I have. And Ubuntu I've known since probably when it was on CDs and they would send you copies for no cost. And I don't think they do that anymore. But I got all my Linux files here. I have the studio, I have the DVD, I have the USB creator tool, because most computers, including this one, don't even have DVD drives or CD or anything like that anymore. They just have USB drives to plug into, so you don't have a disk drive anymore. So pretty much they gone like Apple and just copied their works, and I wish they wouldn't, because there's a lot of media that will not go bad. And apparently, I wasn't technically sure if this machine was having trouble with the hard drive, which I'm now thinking it's probably the desktop, the Dell itself, having drive issues with the USB drives, because apparently the disk drive works fine, both of them. The internal and the other internal worked fine. So I do have this backed up to back up my hard drive onto another hard drive that's encrypted, so I don't have to deal with it. So if anything would get encrypted on this machine, if there were any kind of a download, or whoever would get on this machine and download software that was like, hey, you clicked on the email. If I clicked on an email, I was like suspicious, I wouldn't lose my data, because I have backups using this program that I used before. And it backed up the whole entire system, both drives built in. I don't know right now, of course they show that because the software, but I said to also to compress, you can compress the files and get more, saving more data. There is at least 400 or 500 gigs of that stores all the data from all the drives, so it's basically restored onto a separate drive, including the OS and all the games and things like that. Music are saved. I would have to disconnect the other drive if there's any other chance, but I don't ever use email on my computer, because I know there's always a chance of getting a malicious file loaded and then ransomware infecting this location, this network, or the USB port, anything like that, because you click on it and it spreads throughout the networks. And I whether or not ransomware is just getting worse, and there's constantly new versions of it that are scraping the web and infecting networks and other computers. And Windows 11 apparently is not as secure as we thought. It's of course better, but for ransomware, I saw where that Total Security channel, like computer security channel, I watch a lot. It is definitely not preventing a lot of the ransomware attacks, because he tested it on there and it just let the ransomware run its thing and encrypt the data on like a virtual machine, which is not good. And even if you would use a virtual machine, even if I have one on this desktop, I would have to run it in like a certain sandbox so software wouldn't leak out. Like, don't do it on your real machine. I just follow safety. I have an iPhone. It doesn't run Windows, so it doesn't execute the exes. There's still Mac malware, or iPhone, but not as much as Windows. Windows got worms. They got Trojans. They got everything you can imagine, including malware, which I used to get in the past. But thankfully, Windows has got better over the years, and this right here doesn't come with Windows 10. Neither does the background. I had to add that separately, because that's one of the ones I actually like. I like the Vista OS before they just stripped everything apart and just say, hey, we're going to go back to the basics. And I just didn't like the 8 style. That's when Windows 8 started it basically off and say, hey, we don't need this. And there were some security vulnerabilities. I would have a gadget inside of my desktop, to record basically to see how my computer is running, how much it's using, and all that. Drink a little bit. So yeah, I got all the weather and clocks and all that. So if you like this kind of channel, make sure to subscribe and like below. See ya.